Getting it? Awesome. Okay. I'm assuming that you'll be getting it here. Once you open this, right? Yesterday I told you to keep the password root only because after 5, 6 days, if you try to open, you will remember or forget. There is no idea. So what I'll do here, I'll keep it as root. Okay. Whatever password you have given, basically. So you are here currently. People are still joining. System CLS, when you give, no? System CLS. This is the command which we use for clearing the screen. If there are too many content written on MySQL, if you want to clear the screen, you'll be using system CLS. Okay. So now what we'll do, we'll just check out what we have to understand that how many databases are already existing. If that is the case, then you can give show databases. Okay. Everything in MySQL command prompt is very important because if you notice this arrow mark, right, this is the prompt to show you have started a particular sentence or a statement in MySQL. Okay. To say that I'm completing this statement, I need to use a semicolon. If I don't use a semicolon, what happens? When you hit enter, okay, show databases, and when you hit enter, it is still there, but you get this particular arrow mark arrow again and again. So what do you have to do? You have to put a semicolon. Okay. No, maybe I have forgotten here. Okay, if I put one more, it is asking you that arrow mark because it is trying to wait for you to enter the semicolon. Okay, the moment you hit semicolon, hit enter, you will notice how many databases are already there. So basically, whenever I'm going to deal with the databases, I will give show databases and then semicolon and then you will hit enter. Okay, this will be your first command. I'm going very slow because I don't know how far you know. So let's just step by step we'll go. Hmm? Do this. People who have come late, right? What you can do is in the search bar, go to MySQL command line client. Okay, you click on this. You type MySQL. When you do this, you will get MySQL command line client. Click on this. When you click on this, you'll get this particular window. Then give the password. I think you would have given it as root, ROOT. Give the password, hit enter, and then give show databases, semicolon. You'll show all the databases. Okay. By chance, if you have missed out on something, okay, some of the letters, uh, spelling mistakes, idre, too much of spelling mistake, you will be spoiling your SQL syntax. So make sure that you have everything. By mistake, you have written something and you came to the new line. You want to get back the prompt, just put a semicolon. Okay, fine. Shall I go ahead now? We will create one database. Okay, what we'll do create database. And currently, I'll keep it as October 19. Okay, create database October 19. Put a semicolon. Hit enter. You'll notice one row is created. Now, you want to check whether it is there or no. So, show databases. Okay, when you give show databases, you will notice that October 19 is here. Till here, if you have done now, give me a heads up in the chat box. Okay, like just a like button on this. Done. Okay. Now, if I just give this, it is not enough. I have to use the database also. Okay. To use the database, what I'll do, I'll just give use October 19. So from now onwards, our database has changed. Like I am going to use October 19. This happens in MySQL. I don't think so in Microsoft SQL. There is another tool, right? Like Oracle, Microsoft SQL. I don't think in Microsoft SQL they have use or something. In MySQL, it is there. Okay, and here I want to create a table right now. Now you should be very careful because the prompt, no, here it is little demanding. So what I'll do, all my things I'll be writing down in this one, notepad, so that you have one copy ready. Okay. What I'll do here, I'll write all my commands so that I can just copy and paste it over there. Otherwise, what will happen if you do any mistake here again, you have to write from the scratch. So I'll create a table here called a student. So create table student. Okay, best way of doing anything is keep it something like this. Create table student, open the parenthesis, close the parenthesis, semicolon. Here, I'm going to give it as you have so many data types in MySQL. For string and all, we'll use varchar. Integer can be used for the ID. So ID int, comma, because every property and data type and then separation by comma, then you'll have name varchar of 50, okay, comma, and then hit enter. Then I have something probably like fees, and I want to make it as float. This is okay. Now all the properties are separated by comma. Last one is not necessary to be putting a comma because this is the last entry that we are making. Okay. Create table student, parenthesis, all the properties with the data type and close the parenthesis with semicolon. I'll copy this part. I'll paste it here. Okay. And then hit enter. Hmm? So once this is done, let me know. People who have come late for y'all, I'll just write all the commands here on the left hand side. Okay. First was create database. What was that? October 19. Then the next command was use October 19. And then this. Okay. Now, to check whether this table is created properly or no, you will use one more that is describe. DESC. Describe student and semicolon. Describe student. So you have ID, name, fees. Data types. I have not mentioned any primary key or anything. For now, I will not go for that. So I have a key and then this is default values are null. If I don't put any item into it, then it will show it as null. Extra will not think about it right now. This much is enough. Okay. Hope you have gotten this. Hmm? I'll proceed for insertion. So if I'm going to insert only one particular record, let us say, then I can use it as insert into table name. Table name is what? Student. Okay, values. How many columns are there? Three columns are there. First one is ID, integer. So single quote is not necessary. What will happen if I put a single quote to the integer? It's totally fine. But normally for the integer, you will not be putting. For string, you will put a single quote. And then I'm going to make it as Anita or something. And then fees I'll keep it as 8,000. Okay. And then this is single insertion, by the way. Copy this, paste it here, enter. So I'll get to know that I have inserted a particular record. Okay. I want to check whether it is inserted properly. Select star from student. Select star means all the columns of the student I just want to see. Okay. And then I'm going to put this. Let me know if this much is done. Okay. Others provide me a heads up. I should not be faster. That's why. Oh no, Koshi done. Others. So I'm done. Vaishnavi, Manya, Akash. Okay. Others. Pavan. Okay. You're doing this terminal, so we are able to do it in Mysql workbench. Yeah, you can do in workbench, but I didn't want any prompt to happen. So if you are going to go ahead with the crude level, because usually in the interviews they'll ask you to open Notepad and do it. So syntax wise, you should be thorough. Okay. Only for that reason. Without even getting to know the error, you should be able to debug the error. That should be our end result. If you're doing in workbench, totally fine. No issues at all. So once this is done, we'll go to the next one. Um, Just for the announcements, I'll keep putting there so that if I forget something. Hmm. Now, this is only one record. No, I want to insert multiple records, let us say, not just one, multiple one. Multiple one means this is Suresh, and this is, I would highly recommend you to use something in order to text file or something. Okay. I'll just give it as 30 Adi 900 14. By the way, you can have a duplicate value also here because you didn't mention any primary key or something. Right. Okay. That means there is first tuple. Tuple means first record. Second record separated by a comma. Third record separated by a comma. And the last one is not necessary. Semicolon. So if I run this right now, okay, you can see that query is okay. 3 rows are affected. Okay. Duplicates are 0. Select star from student. Okay. Semicolon. Already Anita was there. Suresh, Adi, and Freddy are the new entries. Okay. Based on this. Semicolon, colon, commas, all those things should be very neatly planned. In a tuple, one item is written, then put a comma, then another item, comma, and then the last item, and then semicolon. Okay. If it is done, no, let me know. Done. Awesome. Okay. Now we'll go to the next one. So what you did here, first you entered only one record. Second, you entered three records into one particular statement. What if I do not want to give any value to fees, but I want ID and name? Selective insertion of data. Because if you just go here, na, the default value, it has kept it as null because we didn't do any primary key or anything. So what I'll do for that, insert into table student, put all the columns you want to enter, values, and then here. What do I want to insert? Only ID as well as name. So ID comma name. What are the values? Values I'm going to give it as 15 comma some data. I don't know why Revati came into my mind. Okay, and then I can put a comma also, and one more tuple I can give. I'll make it as 16. Yeah. Okay, I'll copy this, paste it over here, hit enter. Okay, select star from student. So now if you notice now, this fees is null here because you have selectively inserted for ID and name. So fees will become null. If most of you are done with it now, just let me get a heads up. Also in your WhatsApp announcements, I'm going to put this, okay, just for your reference. Huh? Fine. We'll go ahead now. Okay. We will, I'll just use system clear, system CLS, okay? So that you clear the screen. People who are using your workbench, if you want to comment something in the workbench, right, you can use double dash and then put something here. It will be acting like comment. Okay, the double dash and space is mandatory. Now, once this is done, I will create a course. Okay, to create course, I need course ID, course name, and course description. Okay, for course table. Can you try on your own? I want to create a course table that has CID, CNAME, and CDES. And CNAME can be of 50 characters. CDES can be of 100 characters. Okay. Can you try doing it and then let me know? If you're finished, you put it in the screenshot in the chat. If you finished doing table course, then put it in the chat. So I'm done. What do we use? The syntax to create a table. Akash done. So it should be create table, table name. So it will be create table. Also done. Table name is course. Create table course. Open parenthesis. Close parenthesis. Semicolon. First item that we are going to give is CID. CID will be of which data type? CID will be integer. Okay. Name, CNAME will be varchar, but I told 50 characters, so keep it 50. C description is varchar of 100. Okay. There semicolon is not necessary. Copy this, paste it here. To check all the components of this particular table, which is the command that we use, to check all the components, how it is there, structure of the table. What is the command that we use? Very good. Describe course. Okay. When you give describe course, it will tell you what are the components. Okay. This is done. Now, if I want to see how many tables are present, okay, you can give, this will be new for you, show tables. Show tables. What will happen? It will show you all the existing tables in this particular database because you have already used this database, no? It is going to show you all the database tables. This much, if it is done, okay, let me know. Awesome. Done, right? We'll go ahead next one. I will give you content. I'll give it in the chat also, and I'll give it in WhatsApp, whichever is easy for you to copy and paste. You do that. Uh, okay, I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat. Okay, just let me know. Oh, it is overflowing. Okay, 1 minute. Can you copy and paste this? I've given in the Zoom chat. People who are using, yeah, who are not able to access this, I will also give it in the WhatsApp. I was on mute. Sorry, you just select everything and then paste it over. Okay. Right click if you do, it will paste. When you do select star from course, you will be getting something like this. Hmm? Okay. I hope everybody got this content. Vijay is present. Now we'll go to the next one. Um, I want all the courses, okay, which has CID greater than 5. Okay, so what is the question? Print all the SQL, sorry, all the records that has CID greater than 5. Okay, then the select statement should be something like this. Select star because all the columns, na? And all the records from always what you have to select, keep it in the first line for your like beneficial way of doing the SQL so that confusion will not be there. Select what you want to select from which table, from the course table, where means this is the clause, because if you just give select star from course everything will be displayed, but here they have told CID, same column name you should be giving, is greater than 5. Okay, copy, paste. You will notice all the components which is greater than 5 is visible. Others will be scolding me. I think so many images in WhatsApp. Once done, done. Okay. Now, if they have given, okay, if they have given, print all the records that has CID greater than 3, but less than 8, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, I'll give, why I'll tell you later, greater than or equal if this is the case, I can use two things. One, greater than or equal to 3 and is one operator that I can use. Also, what is it? CID is less than or equal to 8. This is one way of doing it. There is also another way using between. Here, I can use between 3 and 8. This also can be used. Okay, so first we'll do this and see. Okay, we'll put this. You're getting 3 to 8. We'll also put this. What is it saying? Where should not be there. Okay, where should not be there. Select star from course where, no, sorry. where CID between. Mm, this is the case, okay? This line should be where CID between. I don't want to confuse you, so we'll do this thing. First one, second one. Let me know if this is done. Done? Okay. Next question. Print all the records in course that has CID 240, sorry, 2479. Okay, multiple are there. So one way of doing it is select star from course where CID is equal to 2 and CID is equal to 4 and CID is equal to 7 and CID is equal to 9. But too much, no, it is. So we will use in operator. Okay, so it will be select star from course. Okay, where CID multiple contents are there. That means CID has multiple numbers to be done. Then I can use in operator and put a tuple. Inside the tuple, you put this. Okay, because too many things are there, no? So whether CID is 2, CID is 4, CID is 7, CID is 9, any of this category, I have to print it. So now I'll copy this, put it over. You will notice these things are visible. If you have finished the queries, no, people who are fast typers, you try out similar query with some other numbers or something so that, see, basically, no matter how much we say that we have to not by heart, but some of the syntax properly, if you have to remember, you need to do 3, 4 times so that where between is used, where in operator is used, all those things you get into like in your mind. Maximum 4 days is enough for you to be really, really wonderful in MySQL. 4 days maximum. But you'll have to sit and without ChatGPT, you have to do. That is the main thing. Okay. Now, what we'll do, we will try to print all the C descriptions only. Print the C descriptions only. So it will be select C des from course. That's it. Okay. Only the C description or ID comma C description, all the stuff. Like you can have multiple tables. Now I want all the C description which starts from L. Print all the C description that starts from L. Now, when I give something like this, we use like operator. Okay. So here, what is that particular column? CDES. So where CDES like, put a single quote, semicolon. Now it should start with L in the sense. I'll take L and then percentage. When I give L and percentage, any particular description that starts with letter L, copy, paste. Okay, you're going to get it. Print all the description that starts with L. How do you print all the descriptions that ends with the S? Because for everything, if you notice, there is a dot also. Okay. So if I just give S, it is not enough. S dot I have to give. But what should be the like operator, wild character, what it should be? After L, whatever you can write means L percentage. If it ends with S dot means what should be the case? Where should the percentage come? Before S or after S? Correct. So this will be percentage S dot because every line is ending with dot. Okay. That's the reason I've taken dot. Let me know if this is done. It's done. Okay. Now we have a student table, no? So once you give student description, okay, we have ID, name, and fees, correct? Now, if you give select star from student, we were getting this. Now I want to remove all the data from student where ID is greater than 14. To remove, what is the command that you'll use? To remove any data, you'll be using delete keyword. Okay. Delete from table. What is the table that we want to delete it from? Student. Okay. Where CID is what? Sorry, ID is what? ID is greater than 14. So if you run this command, hit enter. Greater than 14, Revati and Danya was there. That's gone. Now, if you give select star from student, those two entries won't be there. Okay. If it's done, tell me. It's done? Good. Okay. Now, if you give select star from student, we have these many. I want to remove all the records. So then I can easily say truncate. Okay. Truncate table student. There is one very important question that every interviewer usually asks. That is, what is the difference between truncate and delete? Truncate means you're going to wipe the entire data. The structure of the table will be existing. That is ID, name, fees. That structure will be there. All the data will be gone. But if you're going to do something called as commit changes means imagine I'm going to use a particular recording of whatever entries I'm going to make. Usually we call it as rollback, checkpoint, or save point, or something like that. That comes mostly into giving grants to the particular database. Okay. Imagine I'm doing a huge transaction. So I want to record every transaction so that if there is any failure, I have to revert back the entire content. Okay. Like let us say first I added two elements, now I deleted two elements, now I want to add any element. Then every particular action, there will be a log which is written. That will happen when I'm going to use a transaction begin and transaction end. I think it is the last chapter in your database. So there, if I want to roll back, I can roll back to any of the save point where I have given the data. It's just that Ivaga, if I start walking, I will know that I have crossed SKIT, let us say. That is a checkpoint, okay? And while going walking further, if something wrong is happening, I can run back to nearest checkpoint. What is that? Your SKIT. So if I just go further ahead and there is some kind of violence going on, I'll have to run back to SKIT. Now, this is a very vague example. I'm doing a transaction of sales and I'm going to take all Monday sales, Tuesday sales, and so on. At one point of time, I have deleted something, but I have kept it in save point. That is begin transaction I have done. Started checking Monday's transaction, started checking Tuesday's transaction. By mistake, I deleted Wednesday's transaction. If I give rollback to the starting of the transaction, you will go back to the same data that you had before starting all your work. Now that log is written in your delete. In truncate, it will not maintain any log. If you use truncate, which is a very, very dangerous command, just because I know it, I should not use it. So if I use truncate anywhere, there will not be any log written. You will not have your data back when you want to roll back. That is not possible. Okay, that is the major difference between truncate and delete. They will ask you then what is a drop? Drop means I will remove the entire table itself. That is the existence of the table only will be removed. So what I'll do there, if I give show tables, you know that student is existing, course is existing. When I did truncate table, all this data, and it is quicker also, by the way, when you do truncate, everything will just vanish. You still have, means there is table called student still existing. I want to remove this table. So I'll use drop table. How we use create table, table name. To remove the table, we'll use drop table, table name, student. Okay. So what will happen? Once you give this, if you go ahead and use show tables, that should not be existing in your entry. Okay. Check this. It's done? Okay. Okay. Now you have not used anything as, I guess, date and stuff, right? So we'll do that one. Okay. What you do is you take down this particular table. Okay. Birth date, I'm using data. Course ID, I'm using it. I'll give it in the chat in case if you need. Take it down. Let me know if it is done. It's done. Iga, when you're going to add the birth date, right? Birth date also should be treated like your string. How you use for string, you have a single quote, right? In the same way, you're going to use it for birth date. So for our convenience, I'm just going to give you the content. You can copy and paste it because you know insert, not a big deal. So we'll put it over. Okay. If you don't drop the table, no, it will give you error. Okay, make sure that you drop student table, then you insert this, and then you give select star from student. You should be getting something like this. Okay. It's done. Hmm. Okay. Now we'll do one by one. Um, can you list all the students that has course ID 3, 4, and 8? Can you try this? Done. What will you do? What will be the statement? Select star from student where 3 entries are there. So what I should use? Which operator? Because 3, 4, and 8 is there, no? Which operator should I use? Equal to or in operator? In operator. Good. So in 3 comma 4 comma 8. Hmm. I'm just going to copy this, paste it here, enter. Something is wrong. Underscore ID, I think. Okay, this is the one. Now we have how many columns right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns are there. Okay, I want to add one more column. Whenever you're changing with respect to the structure of the table, we call it as DDL, that is data definition language. Select statement and all usually are transaction control language. And if we are inserting data, deleting data, updating data, all the stuff where we are changing the data, we call those as DML, data manipulation language. Briefly, I'll explain in any other classes. Right now, you need to know that much. So for now, if I give describe and I give student, you will notice that there is SID, SName, email, birth date, course ID. Okay. Now I'm a little like I need one more thing, that is fees, let us say. I will use alter table, means already a table is existing. We are not creating the table, we are altering the table. Student, and I want to add something. So add fees. Okay. Now it can be float, it can be decimal. I'll take decimal and I'll give 10 comma 2. Okay. Now here, if I'm going to run this particular command, then by default it should take a null value. Okay. So what happens is total how many digits you can allow? 10 digits. Then 2 is what? That is after decimal, maximum you can have 2 digits. So totally I can have 10 digits in which last two digits can be a decimal. Okay. So if I use this, enter. Okay, you give describe student again. You will notice that fees decimal null value. By default, it has taken null value. Okay. This is what did we do here? Add column fees to existing table student. With the data type only you have to mention, otherwise it is not going to. Do select star from student and see what will happen. When you do select star from student, okay, you will notice that fees is all null. Are you getting the same you see? Hmm? Okay, good. Now we will update. What we'll do, we'll update few records. Okay, so what we'll do, system CLS update records. Now for your this one, no? Here for Rohan Patel, I'll give some fees. So if I just do this, I want you to understand one thing. Update without a where clause is dangerous again. See, update table name. What is table name? Student. Update student set. What you want to change, you will use it before set. Set what? Fees is equal to. I'll give 10,000. Okay? But I didn't use any where clause by the way. Hmm. When you don't use the where clause, when you don't use the where clause, see there, 10 rows affected. That means the entire thing, student, became like all the student will have how much? 10,000 as fees. So usually you will notice that they will say this update, truncate, delete statements are all dangerous statements because without the where clause, no, you're going to manipulate the entire table. Also, one of the interview questions. If you think that interview is basically about what is the greater things that my database can do, no. They will ask you very simple ones. Only if you have done many times those queries, only then you will be able to answer. It is like a game. If you keep playing cricket, you will know like when and where and how to toss that particular ball or how to hit it. But if you don't know the rules of the game, then it is very difficult. So you need to create at least 3, 4 databases. Each database should contain 5 to 6 tables which are interconnected and so on. That connection will do later. For now, this much is done. Everyone, you updated. Okay. Now, I will want to update Priya, Karan, Sanya. Okay. Priya, Karan, Sanya. These people, I want to update it as 20,000. So, what I'll do? Priya, Sanya. Who is that one more? Karan. Update to which one? Update to 20,000. Now, one way is you can easily get their IDs and do it. Okay. Like for you to understand, I've told this. So Priya's ID is how much? SID is 2. Okay. And that I forgot what name did I give. Sanya and Karan. So Sanya's ID is how much? 8. Karan's ID is 5. Okay. These are your SID. Hmm? If I want to update, I'll give update table name. Table name is what? Student. I have to set. Set means what column I'm changing. I'm changing fees. Fees to how much? To 20,000. Okay, correct. Where, because this clause is important. Where SID is what? Three things. 2, 5, 8. So whenever there are multiple entries, I can use in operator. Okay, we'll do this. Copy, paste it, check. So can you see this? 20,000, 20,000, and 20,000. Hmm? Check if you're getting it. Getting it, no? Okay. Now select all records. Select all records. Um, whose birthday is between 2002 to 2003. Okay, try that. Select all the records whose birth date is between 2002 and 2003. What is the starting date of 2002? What is the starting date of 2002? What is the starting date of 2002? ಅಲ್ಲ 2002 starting date ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? It is 1st January 2002. Okay. And what is the ending date of 2003? What is the ending date of 2003? 2003 last month. What is the last month? 12. And what is the last date? 31. Okay. We'll check. Okay. 2002, 3. 2001 is not visible. This is not visible. This is not visible. Okay. Take this down. There are some functions also in MySQL which will help you to take only the year of that particular birth date. But for now, we'll stick to this one, easy ones. It's done. Did I put it in the WhatsApp group? Okay. I'm putting some update statements. Okay. Copy and paste these update statements. Copy and paste the update statements. Did you get the fees different for now? Hmm? Others, let me know if it is done. Add this one also. Add this. Okay. Totally, it should be 15 records. Do we have any multiple entries, you see? Do we have any record with the same fees? I think one is 41,000. The other one is 22,000. Correct? 25,000 also. Okay. So what we'll do, we will only do the fees thing, means only select the fees. Then you'll be using select fees from, what is that table? Student. This much only you do. You will notice all the fees being there. Okay, all these fees. But I want, there are duplicate values also, no? So we have 25 repetitive or something. 25 is repeated? No, I think. So here, if I want only the distinct values, means the duplicate ones I don't want, distinct fees I need. Then what I'll do, select distinct. Distinct means if 25 is repeated twice or if 41 is repeated twice, it will remove 41 twice and only keep one output. Not in the table here when giving the output. Select distinct of fees from student table. See, here it was 15 row in a set. Here it is 11 row in a set. Okay. 8 and 14 is 22,000, I think, Sanjan. So take down this. 12, okay, yeah, yeah. It's done. Everybody, slowly ಎಲ್ಲ silent ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? Is it completed from your end? Yeah. Okay. So if we have to arrange the S name, the whole records based on S name in ascending order. Okay. So arrange the rows based on S name in ascending order. Okay. Here we'll give, first you give select star from student and C. These are the things. Okay. A, P, R, N. It is not in arranged in ascending order. So select star from student. Okay. Order by S name. By default, it will create a ascending order. Order by S name. So if you see, it is ordering by S name. If you want it in a descending order, then you'll use DESC. In descending order, then here you are going to give DESC. Okay. Done. So if they ask you first, you arrange by S name, like, and then you arrange by fees or something. Okay. If that is the case, that will happen only when two names are same. Do we have any two names same here? No, right? We'll do one thing. This Neha Iyer is there, right? We are going to put one more Neha Iyer. Hmm? So what you can do, means in order to know that, no, you need to have two at least same entries. What is this? Neha Iyer. And this will be 1016. Neha. And I'll keep it as this. First, I'll check whether it is working fine. Working. So copy and paste this. Once that is pasted, you will notice that Neha Iyer is here as well. Okay. So now two Neha Iyers are there. So if I give this order by S name, you will notice that there are two Neha Iyers. Which will come one below another. Where is this one? Here. So first 5,000 is coming into picture. Next 38,000 is coming into picture. No. If I wanted to arrange by fees in descending order, first 38,000 should come, then 5,000 should come. Then what I'll do here, this is in ascending, this is in descending. So here, order by S name, by default it will take ascending. Then what? Fees will be descending. S name, for your reference, you can give ASC also. If you take this, then see the output. Okay, when there is Neha here, no? Initially 38,000 because first Neha Iyer it arranged. Then what it did went to the fees. In fees, Neha Iyer 38,000 comes first because fees is in descending order. Then 5,000. Hmm? This is one important thing. Let me know if this is done. Done? Shall we take a 20 minutes break? Little hungry. So, hmm? You can drop from the call because I don't want you to mess up with the data. Right now it is 10:20-ish, no? 10:30, 10:40. 10:45, can you come back? Hmm? Come out of Zoom if you're not in Wi-Fi. 10:45, come back. I'll also have my breakfast and come. Done? Others, if you have completed, tell me. So we have maximum fees, minimum fees, sum, okay, count, and all the stuff. Hmm? It's done. Now there is something called as case statements, which might be very new to you. Case in the sense, so if I am going to give, select fees from student, order by fees. So I'll just show you what it is. Like we have fees, no order by fees in the sense I'm going to have a range of fees which is starting from 5,000 and it is ending at 45,000. Now, what if I want to display the name of the student, fees of the student, and if he is falling into this category, no, below 25,000, then it is a, no, not below 25,000, below 20,000, then it is fees is less. Medium is this. Between 20,000 to 40,000, it is a medium fees. Anything post 40,000 is a premium fee. If I want to print that based on the value of the fees, then we use something called as case statements. Okay. That is also one of the actively asked interview questions. Hold is very bad. So now what we can do, you can take down along with me. So we are going to select what we are selecting, SID we are selecting, comma, we also have S name and we will select the fees. Now you have to put a comma here. Be very careful with this because we have a case statement. What is happening is you'll have three columns, that is SID, S name, fees. You'll have one more column. Okay, that one more column is case, means some text will be written. That's why this comma is important. Okay. Whenever you write a case statement, you have to end that case as some name. You have aliasing, right? Aliasing means I can give, like, instead of giving your count fees, if I give count fees, um, this might not be the good one. Huh? Minimum fees as minimum. Then instead of giving your minimum fees, na, it will become the alias thing. So just see here. This is how it is, na? If I give here as min fees. If I do that, instead of writing this minimum of fees, no, the column name will become min fees because you have aliased this one. That is, you have given an alternative name. Like this, for this case statement, I have to alias something. Now that alias will be, let us say, I have given end as fee category. Few people might ask me a question like, is it important to write as? No. Recently, in like earlier ones, you had to write as. If I just write this also, like minimum fees, space, and what is the alias? If you give this also, the alias will be applied. Okay. So here SID, S name, fees, and the fourth column will be fees category. Now, how will the fees category be maintained? That will be based on your what is the fees that you're getting. So I'll write when fees is less than 20,000. Okay, then I have to print a statement. I have to print a statement less fees. Okay, then I have to print a statement less fees. When fees is between, between will take 20,000 and 40,000 also. Means if there is any fee with 20,000 and 40,000, that will also be included here. That's why this should not be less than or equal to, it should only be less than 20,000. If it is 20,000 and above, including 40,000, inclusive of both, then I'm going to keep it as medium fees. Okay. Otherwise, when fees is above 40,000, so if it is greater than 40,000, then I'm going to keep it as premium or high fees. Okay. Huh. Now, this was your last column. All these things are coming from which table? They are coming from student table. And maybe I'll give it as order by, no. Only this much I'll keep. First, we'll see if the syntax is proper. Hmm. Can you see that fourth column? Fourth column is not part of your table, by the way. Okay, if you notice, this is fee category, what you have written here. If I don't give as, will it work? It will work. But what is important? Comma important here, case is important here, end is important. This case will end. When is a keyword which will map our fees to the category. So less than 20,000. This is 20,000 included, 40,000 also included. Between that will come as medium fees. Otherwise, it is high fee. If I order by something, if I order by fees, hmm, copy this. See this? 5,000 less fee, medium fee, high fees. Okay, take it down. If anybody didn't understand, let me know. I'll repeat it again. Not an issue. Once again, Nitin, I'll do it 1 minute. Post ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay. Now, if you others also, if you didn't understand, just stay with me. So, in this, what we are going to do is we know that we have SID, we have SNAME, email, birth date, course ID, fees. Okay. We do not have any column called as fees category. This is our own column that we are trying to add. Now you might be having a question in select statement, can we add extra column? Will it go and apply to the student? No. Select is a statement which works like your it will take the content from the table. Along with that, if you want to add something extra, which is not there in the table, based on few of the columns, then you can use something called as case statement. When it is used, like a switch case. In your C, C++, you'll use switch, right? And in your Python, you'll use match, something of that sort. So what I wanted to do, how many people have given less, means their course has a less fee. How many people's course fee is little bit higher? Means based on that, I'll be able to understand how many students of mine are okay to pay this particular amount. Okay. If I want to categorize that, what I'll do, if I just use, let us say this much. Then it is going to give me only SID, SNAME fees. But it is very tedious for me to understand like whether it is less than 40,000, greater than 20,000. Every time I have to check to understand whether it is a less fee or a higher fee. So what I'll do, I'll create one more column here. And this column will be called as fee category. Okay. Now, how will fee category be maintained? Based on the case. What is the case? Whenever fees is less than 20,000, like here it is less than 20,000, then I will print it as less fees. Means here there will be a column called as fee category and whether the fees is less than 20,000, yes. And here I'll be writing what? Less fees. This is 32,000. 32,000, is it less than 20? No. Is it between 20,000 to 40,000? Yes. So what I should print? Medium fees. So here it will be medium fees. Here also it will be medium fees. This will be less fee because it is less than 20,000 and so on. Okay. So every case statement means there should be something no to tell the compiler that I will end my cases here. That is this one. Okay. And if I don't give this, let us say, I didn't give this, that fees category part. And if I kept it like where it has to copy, no, it will not copy here. If I keep it like this, can you see this part? Hmm? Whatever I wrote here, case, that whole thing is your next column because you didn't give alias, right? So whatever you wrote here, that only came as your column name, which doesn't look good at all. So what I should give? I should give a alias. I can either use as something or just I can give alias with the name. Now what will happen when I copy this, paste it here? Now it looks a little bit beautiful because you have SID, S name, fees, and then the category also. So wherever it is a less, it will give you less fees. Wherever it is more, it is going to give you high fee. Otherwise, between 20 to 40, it is medium. This happened only because I gave order by fees. If I didn't give order by fees, how your database has the table, right? Like first, second, third, fourth, based on their fees, whether it is less fee, medium fee, is getting printed. Is it clear, Sanjan? Yeah, okay. Multiple times they have asked this question in Infosys, Cognizant this time, and which was the other one which they had? Tech Mahindra. Okay. If this is completed, guys, just give a thumbs up. It's done. Great. Okay. What was I doing next? So we did all aggregate function. I'll just once, no? Put all the things that we have done so far. We did insert, update, select. In select, I'll come to this one later. Update, delete, truncate, create table, alter. Alter means in alter there are many things, but we added a column. This we did. We dropped a column. Drop table we did. We also created database. This is just to make sure that what you have learned to understand that part. In the select statement, whatever we did is we did all the aggregate max, min, count, average, sum. Okay. In select, we did distinct. We did between, we did like, we did where clause, we did in operator. We also did um, and probably did we do group by and all? Group by having? Did we do that? No. Okay, we'll do. We did order by though. Correct. Now we'll do group by. And then having to. For that, let me give you some other table only. Here it becomes clumsy. use this. Okay, use this also. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. After you learned all these things, right? Then if you go and look out for a YouTube video and then start working on all the operations, you're good to go. Mm? What I'll do some other day when I'm little well, then I'll take a complex problems. Okay. Today I'm not in that zone. So we'll do all basics, whatever is required today. Some other day, we will take one session only on subqueries and joins because that is very, very important. I'll do subquery joins here also, but it will be very minimum today. ತುಂಬಾ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ತಲೆಯಿಂದ ಔಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this is done, na? You've got the details. Now look at the project. Okay, we have life science, we have retail, we have sales. If you see that we have multiple items for life science, multiple items for sales and retail. Now what if I wanted to know in life science how many projects are there, in retail how many projects are there, count I want to do. But if I do count like this, it will not be good. I'll have to make sure I'll have to group it by department name. When I group it by department name, all life science will be under one particular block. Ella life science ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ life science three times. Then there is one, two, three. Count of this life science is three. Then the next department name is retail. All retail should be grouped. That is right now it is three retails. So how many sales? One, two, three sales. Life science is four, retail is three, sales is three. This is what I want the output to be. When you have multiple document and you are going to group them together and use a aggregate function or a sum function, something of that. Aggregates means max, min, sum, count, and all the stuff. Usually group by and having clause will come into picture. So we'll do one thing now. Here, you take down along with me. Select. We will count how many department names are there. So first we will write department name. Department name. Count star means how many um, items are there for that particular department. That means PID, name, that whole row. No, how many rows are there for that particular department? We are going to keep it as count of projects. And then this is from which table? From project table. We are grouping by group by department name. Hmm? ನೋಡೋಣ, it will work or no. That as I have given, no, it is alias. Otherwise, it will give count star. That's why. ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನಾನು. Okay. Now, look here. We got under life science, we have 4 projects. Under retail, we have 3 projects. Under sales, we have 3 projects. Okay. Usually, whenever you're using group by, that by which particular item you're going to group, no, that itself will be your select statement also. And count star is because I want to check like how many projects are there for that particular department. Okay. Take down this one. Let me know if this part is taken. Done? Okay, cool. Now, having clauses, you have this where clause, right? This where clause will be applicable for simple select statements. If whenever you are using group by, I can say this like retail is 3, sales is 3 right now. I want all the count of the projects which has, sorry, all the department names which has count of the projects less than 4, let us say. If that is my condition, what did we do here? Here we said print all the project count for per department. And the next question will be per department having count less than 4. If this is the case, same query comes down here. Instead of department name ending it there, you'll have having, you've taken this alias, right? Take this alias less than 4. Only these two should appear now when you run this. Okay. So having will always be accompanied by group by. It's just like a where clause, but to the group by thing. Mm. It's done? Hmm? Okay. So what we did order by also having as well. Now we'll do some joins. Okay. Very basic joins. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕೀಗ? Okay, we have this projects. We have department names, no? I'll remove department name and I'll keep a separate table called as department, in which department ID, department name will be there. Okay. Now I want to remove this particular department name table. Do we need to use a select statement or alter statement? If we print the project name, if count of project is less than 4. In it, Sanjay? Less than 4 if you do, then only uh, three is there, no? Which are those? Retail and sales, I think. Only that will be visible on the screen. Okay. If you don't give this count of projects, if you don't give, then that life science 4, retail 3, sales 3 will come into picture. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? To remove a particular column. Okay. We already have a project. Whenever you are adding a column, removing a column, always keep in mind you will use alter statement. Okay. Every time. So here what I'll do, alter table project. When you remove a column, you'll use always drop. Drop column department name. Okay. Now if you do select star from project, you see your department name is removed from the table. Drop column department name. If I have to add the column again, I have to use the alter command. Okay. Take this one. Just give me a heads up if everybody finished. Finished? Okay, great. What I wanted to do, I wanted to add a column called department ID. Okay. So whenever you're adding some column, right, then you'll use a alter command itself. Last time we had done, if you remember, alter table name, add column, that column name, sorry, add and then the column name and then the uh, data type. So here, alter table project, add dpt id int. Now, if you look at this, you'll have all the dpt id null. Okay. I hope everybody finished this. Huh? Now what I'll do, I'll give department ID means just to make sure that some department ID exists. No, I'll just update. Update syntax, what we should do, update. Update. What is the table name? Table name is project. set. We want to update something, no? dpt id equal to, I'm going to give 3, and only this I'll run so that all the columns will be updated by 3. Okay. Now all the ID is updated by 3. Now I want to specifically update few things. Set pro department ID to where PID in 1368. PID 1, department should be 1, where it is 2, pi. That's it. So we'll update these two. Okay. I'll give you all 3 so that you don't waste time in this. Okay. Let me know if it is done. It's done. One done. Others, please let me know. Done, no? So we have multiple entries right now. What are the distinct department ID that you see? What are the distinct department ID that you see right now? How many? Means what are the department IDs that exist? How many we have? 4 or 3? 3. 1, 2, and 3. These are 3 department. Yeah, correct. First of all, you have to keep in mind we have not done any primary key, foreign key till now. Means we didn't map it or something. Okay. Now I'll create one department table. Okay. Create the table. You can do along with me. Department, where I'll keep only 2 things. One is ID, which is integer. The other one is name, which is varchar of 50. Okay. Describe, what is that? Department. Now, if this part is done, taken care. Let me know if this is done. It's done. See, look at the project table, okay, and look at the department table. What is the common column? What do you think might be common between these two? Department ID, correct. Department ID in which table? Project table. Can be same as ID in which table? Department table. Means we have 2 things, no? That is, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. See here, it is department table which has one column which is ID and the other column that is name. This is your department table. We have project table where we have PID, next ಏನಿತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ P name and DPT ID. DPT ID is nothing but department ID only, but only thing is here the name is department ID, here the name is ID. If you're having a foreign key constraint, no, you'll be mapping this department ID to this one. Okay. Now, how many department IDs were we seeing in our project? You see, totally 1, 2, and 3, isn't it? So what I'll do, this is your project table. I'll keep it here. Hmm? This is your project table. In department, what I'll do, I'll keep one department, two I'll keep, three I will not keep, five I'll keep. Okay, that is department ID 1, 2, and 5. In this 1, 2, 3 is existing. In this 1, 2, 5 is existing. Here I'll just keep it as a retail, sales, and marketing. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll put these content here. Let's see what we have to do here. Come back to this, come back to this. Here, insert into department values, comma, single quote. Okay, so this much. How lazy can you be? Okay, take this down, guys. Okay, and then I'll give select star from department. In the same way, select star from project. If you have done this much, give the heads up. I'll do just left join, right join, and we'll end it off today. I know you are all slowly going to the other zone. Okay. So here, let us come back here. This is the thing which we have right now. Now, what is the department which is existing in both the tables? Department ID, which is existing in both the tables. Which are those? 1 and 2, because this is intersection between two tables, no? That is one department ID 1 and 2 is existing here also. 2 is there, 1 is there. Which is the department ID which is existing in department but not there in project? 5. 5 is existing in department but it is not there in the project. Okay. Which is the department which is existing in the project but not there in the department? 3. This much you have to clearly understand. Okay. So let me put it in. We'll come down here. I'll do inner join first. Inner join means inner join will be done on two tables based on the common column. Here, common column is your department ID from project table, which will map to the ID of department table. Means department ID of project table will be equal to ID of department table. That is our main condition. Okay. So in this inner join we will be doing here. So select star from department Okay, I'm going to keep department D. Means from now onwards, if I want to take some column of department, I'll use as D as my alias. Okay. Inner join, or you can just keep join also. Inner join, which department? Project department P. On which particular condition? On D dot ID. Means department's, what is that particular column? ID. D dot ID is equal to P. Projects is indicated by P, no? P dot in project, what is the column that is common? Department ID. ठीक है? We'll copy this and then hit enter. You will see ID name is coming from department. PID, P name, department ID is coming from project table. Okay, both the tables are combined right now. Based on what? Based on your department ID. So if you notice, department ID and ID are same here. Okay, what it does, it goes to the department, checks out whatever is there based on the project. In project, what we are doing, department ID is 2. It will go to the department. What is the second department? Sales. That it'll attach. Then it will go to project 1. 1 is it there in the ID? Yes, 1 is there. Then the 1 retail is attached. So if you notice in your project table, whenever it encountered 3, 3 is not there in the department table. So do you have anything called as biochem? Do you have anything called as biochem? Sanjan, you can take anything. ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, I have kept my department table first and then project table. No, in that order only I'm going. You can take ulta also, not an issue. Hmm? With inner join, there will not be any problem. But with right join and left join, which department where you are joining, there will be a difference in the output. I'll show it to you. Okay. For now, biochem research tool is not available here because department ID was 3, but you tried searching for 3 in department, 3 is not existing. Inner join, what it will do, it will only give you the results that is there in both the tables. It will not be able to fetch something which is there in the project and not there in the department. No. In the same way, you will have nothing with respect to marketing because there is no projects only belonging to fifth column. There is no project itself. So this is mostly called as intersection of two tables. Okay. Now what happens if the same thing I do it as left join? Okay. If the same thing I do it as left join. Now look at the table. Okay. Select star from department D. I'm going to give left join project P based on this. Look at the output, what we will be getting. What did you see? What is the first column of department? Retail. Okay. One retail is here. It went to your project table. In project table, which is the one which has 1 as department ID, retail inventory system. Okay. Which is the other one which has 1, customer insight hub. So customer insight hub, retail. Both are coming into picture. Then 2. What is 2? Sales. Which are the things which is there with sales? We have genomics. We have sales tracker. We have sales performance dashboard. Then what was the other one? 2. Sales tracker pro. All those things are there. Okay. All these things belong to 2. Then it came to 5. Marketing. Do we have any items with regard to marketing in the project table? Do we have anything in the right table? Left table is department. Okay. Right table is your project. In the right side, do we have anything related to department 5? We don't have anything. When we don't have anything, what it will do? It will keep it as null. Means whenever you are doing left join, all the rows of left table with matching entries of right table will be displayed. If there is no match, then it gives as null in right table. Also, you might be having one question. Oh, we had three, no, nowhere three came. Doesn't matter when you're doing left table. Left table's primary responsibility is whether all of my content with respect to retail sales marketing is there. That is there, good. Matching entries in the right table is there, good. I'll put it. If the matching entries is not there in the right table, I'll keep it as null. But where did 3 go? 3, I'm not bothered because left join states that I have to only take care of all the things which is present in the department and its matching entries. 3 is not there in the department, I'm not taking care of it whenever you're doing right left join. If I do the same thing in the right join, see what happens. Instead of left, I'll keep it as right. By the rule, what you should know now, left table is department, right table is project. So all the entries of the right table should be there. That means 1, 2, 3 should be there. Whichever is matching with respect to the department, it will print the department values. If there is no matching entry, for 3, there is no matching entry in the department. So what it will print? It will print null. Let's see if that happens. See here. This much you consider ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ PID, P name, department you consider. All these things are nothing but your project table, right table. Okay. It searched for department ID 2 in department table. Is it existing? Yes, sales. It has put the entry. Department ID 1 is existing. It has put the entry. 2, it is existing because here 2 is there. It has put the entry. 3, we do not have any entry in the department table called 3. So it will be putting as null. Again here, 3. We do not have any entry in the department table. So the department entry will become null. Right table means project table, all the entries should be there. Matching entries of department will be there on the left hand side, but non-matching entry will be null. Left means ulta, means all the entries of left will be there. Matching entries of right will be here. If it is not matching, it will give it as null. This is simple. ಇಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ 2 or 3 or 4 joins you'll be able to understand. But people will overcomplicate things. Do not do that. Left means in your mind you think I have department table, project table. Left is department table. Left join means everything of department will be there in the output. All the matching entries with respect to the department ID in the right table will be there. If it is not matching, I'll put it as null. Right means what? Project table is the right table. All the entries of project will be there. Matching entries of department will be there on the left hand side. Non-matching entries will be given as null. Okay. Take these three things one by one. This is only with respect to two table. Okay. ಮೂರ್ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. There will be a lot of confusion, but we'll solve it one by one. For now, you just understand that these are the principles ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Overthink ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. In joins, most of the students will fail with overthinking. Done. Okay. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ I'll just show you one thing. In this, no, in your hacker rank, there are a lot of queries, right? I will click on easy. Okay. And then I'll see here basic, max score, and all those things they have given solved, unsolved. If you have solved, it will be there. I'll just go for SQL basic, easy, first thing. Okay. Basic select because I'm only good at it right now. What I'll do, I'll click on solve challenge. Hmm? The question is given. Query all the columns for all American cities in the city table with with populations larger than 10,000. Country code for America is USA. The city table is described as below. This is description of the city table. So here if you see right side you have MySQL. Click on MySQL. Hmm? Illi, what do you think my output will be? Like what will be my query? Select columns for all American cities in city table with population larger than 1 lakh adu 1 lakh. Country code for America is USA. Can you tell me what will be the query? Very easy it is. Look at the table and columns. Query all the columns means selective column or select star. Query all the columns for American cities means select some specific column or select star. Select star. Good. From which table? What is the table name that they have given? From city. What is the clause? Where? What they have mentioned? With the population and country code. No. Population is there? Is population column in my table city? Population column is there in my table city. Left hand side or describe ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. They have given description of city. Is population there? Yes. So what should be population? Population should be greater than 1 lakh. Hmm. One more thing should be there, no? What I should give? And very good. And what? Country code. And country code should be what? USA. USA is a string. So just can I write USA or single quote USA? Correct. Okay. After I do this, right side there is run code. Test case, standard output, expected output, sample test case. That means congratulations, you can submit the code. Is it easy to go to HackerRank and do? Hmm? Now imagine, okay, ಏನು ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರೋದ್ಕಿಂತ if I come back here, like I have to do submit also, okay? Once you submit only, you'll get that star. I have to solve another 10 challenges. Don't have time. So I would suggest you to go to SQL Basics, Easy. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿನೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡೋಣ ನೋಡೋಣ ಇದಾಗತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೀಚ್ ಯು ದ ಡಿ ಡಿ ಎಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಓಕೆ ಟುಡೇ ಐ ಆಮ್ completely energy is gone. This one you see what is this one? What is the table name? Query the name field of all American cities in city table with population. Hmm. Select name from city. Correct. Next condition where population is greater than 1,20,000 and country code is what? USA. Same as before, Allah. I'm taking pujas. Run the code. Congratulations, party. So this is how I would ask you to do basic matte easy and basic select. This much you do. Okay. Once all the problems of that kind is solved, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ observation weather, these are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and all. Like if you do one, based on that only, second one will be there. Based on that only, third one will be there. It is very easy actually. So if you click on this, query a city and state from station table, the station table is described as this much. Okay, where ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೋಡಿ ಬಿಡಬಾರ್ದು. You should not stop there itself. You have to look at the second part of the code as well, where latitude, north latitude, and longitude is west longitude. Number ಇದೆ. But ಇದೇನು ನಮಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. I don't think so this matters right now. They have just told this means northern latitude, this means western latitude. Both are in numeric format. So it might confuse you, but not necessary here. The query is only here. Can you give me the query answer? Select city, comma state from station. ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ? I think only this much, no? Let's see. See, it is simple. If I always, most of the people will get very terrified when it comes to test, no? Test is given so that you understand, like you replicate what you know already. If you don't replicate that, that means we will read 100 things. Do you think we will remember everything? No way. You have to give your brain a little bit idea to fodder. Please do not look out into any chat GPT for next few days in Deepavali. I would suggest you to go through all the queries here. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, you just let me know a number every day, probably in that announcement group only. You can just say like, today I have done this much before you go to sleep, so that it will have a track record for you, and everybody else also will know that how many people are actually doing it. Hmm? It might create some kind of effect in you all. Next class, Anjan. Tomorrow, though, everybody will do Deepavali. They'll kill me if I keep tomorrow. But Tuesday, probably, if you are all okay. If is there any holiday on Tuesday? There is holiday on Tuesday. Tomorrow you have function and festival. No, I will not disturb tomorrow. Tuesday, I'll give you a time by tomorrow, I think. Huh? Tell your friends also, whoever has not done. Was it effective today? Was the session okay for you? Yeah? Did you learn something? ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಾನು ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ. Yeah? See, I'll tell you what. SQL is the most easiest language ever, which can yield up to from 3 lakh package to 12 lakh package if you learn it thoroughly. It depends on your mind and capacity. Also, data analytics, AI/ML department, data analytics, first part is SQL. First part is Excel actually, but Excel we'll forget. Then SQL. Then comes Python, NumPy, Pandas, and stuff. So what we'll do, I'm happy that these many people have actually attended. I didn't have hope that these many people will be there, but it's great initiative. So what I'll do next time, I'll come up with few pre-written codes, and then you copy and paste the data. Based on the data, we'll do some subqueries and we'll do some joins. My part will be done from there. I'll send you few of the video links which is available in the internet. What you can do is you can take and then start solving one by one. If you have started, please don't stop it. Okay, it's very, very important that adrenaline rush will be there. Suddenly, you'll get one kind of hope that I can solve this. When your brain is telling you that you can do few things, keep giving them few easy stuff so that it gets bluffed that it can do everything. When it becomes overconfident, throw one challenging question. Then it will get humbled. Again, it will start in a learning mode. Then again, when it becomes comfortable, the moment you are comfortable, you should start challenging yourself. The moment the challenge becomes higher and higher, by the time you reach your final semester, you become perfect. I do not want any candidate to come to final year and then start this one. Useless agata avaga. I wish I knew about this before your test. At least our fourth semester result ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು. SQL. Hmm? Now, when you look back that paper, no, you'll understand. Oh, it was easy. Your fourth semester MySQL paper. Now, if you go back and check. Hmm? Okay, too much Gyan has happened today. What we'll do is Tuesday, I'll give you a timing. Okay, give me some time. I don't know how, when I'll recover. My voice is already in a verge of breaking. So, based on the comfortability level, I'll send you tomorrow evening when to appear. Will take only 2 hours because attention span will be only so much. We'll do maximum problems and then I'll give you some task, you do it. Clear? Tumba pressure hakobedi. Slowly you go. Hmm? Okay, we'll meet Tuesday then. Okay, bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone. You can leave. Bye. Happy Deepavali, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.